The printer is the resource that is mainly used to share among all the computers which is connected in your LAN network. The most of the government agencies uses MAN to connect the citizens and private industries. The WAN supports higher data rate and it's possible to transfer the data at higher speed. Hello to all, a warm welcome to my new session. I am Revati, Faculty, Department of Computer Science, Vidyashram First Grade College, Mysore. We are on the third session of Introduction to Computer Network. Moving further, in today's session, I am going to discuss types of computer network. In that, I am going to deal with what is LAN, what is WAN, and what is MAN. Before going to start my today's session, let me to recall the things what I discussed in my last session. In my last session, I discussed what is computer network and the architectures of computer network. In that, we discussed what is peer-to-peer architecture and what is client and server architecture. At the same time, we discussed what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of client server architecture. Before going to start today's session, let me to recall the things what I discussed in my last session. In my last session, I discussed computer architecture. That means computer network architecture. In that, we discussed peer-to-peer architecture and client-server architecture. Along with that, we discussed some of the advantages and disadvantages of this architecture. But moving towards, in today's session, I'm going to deal with types of computer network. So let's see the types of computer network. So what is computer network? Here, a computer network is nothing but a group of computers are connected each other that enables the computer to communicate with other computers. So here, a computer network is a group of computers connected each other to share the resource and to communicate each other. To share the resource, here it is data and application. That means the group of computers are linked each other in order to communicate each other and in order to share their resources like data and application. So a computer network can be categorized by their size. That means here the computer networks are categorized based on their size in three different types. That is LAN, that is local area network. Then we are going to have metropolitan area network. Then we are going to have wide area network. Let's see what is LAN. So the LAN is also called local area network. So the size of the LAN is very small. That means it occupies small geographical areas like within classroom or within lab or within office room or within the campus. So LAN occupies very small geographical area. So here LAN is a group of computer connected to each other in a small area such as within a building or within a office. That means here the LAN is mainly designed to connect multiple computers each other within a small geographical area such as building or office or lab or inside the campus. So here LAN is used for connecting two or more personal computer through a communication media. That means here the LAN is used to connect multiple computer system by using some wired cables like twisted pair cable and coaxial cable. So it is less costly because here we are not going to use the devices like hubs or network adapter or Ethernet cables. That means to establish LAN connection, we requires only a minimum amount because it is very less costly, because here we are not going to use the devices like hubs, network adapter and Ethernet cables. So here we know that the LAN is mainly used to share the resources. The best example here is, think that you have 5 different desktop PC. That means you have 5 different computer and you have only one printer. And all these 5 computer system want to make use of printer. So what you want to do? First, you want to establish a LAN connection between these 5 systems, and you want to install printer in any one of the computer system, and you want to share the printer among the all other computer system. So here the printer is the resource that is mainly used to share among all the computers which is connected in your LAN network. Moving further, here the data is transferred at the extreme faster rate. That means whatever the data is going to transfer by using LAN, the data transfer rate is extremely high. So the local area network provides high security. So these are the some of the points comes under local area network. So here it occupies very small geographical area, like within a building or within a campus or within a office. Then it is possible to share the resources among all the devices which is connected by using LAN network, and it is less costly because here we are not going to use the devices like hub, network adapter and Ethernet card, and the data transfer rate is extremely high in local area network. So here local area network provides peer-to-peer connection. So here all the devices are connected each other by using peer-to-peer network connection. Moving further, we are going to have MAN, that is Metropolitan Area Network. So here the metropolitan area network occupies large geographical area by interconnecting a different LAN to form a large network. So the MAN that occupies large geographical area. Suppose if you want to connect 2 different LANs within a city, then you can able to use MAN. That means with the help of MAN, you can able to establish or you can able to connect 2 different LAN which is present inside the city. So here it occupies large geographical area. The most of the government agencies uses MAN to connect the citizens and private industries. So the MAN is used to connect 2 different LANs which is present in the city or in the private industries. So in MAN, the various LANs are connected to each other through telephone exchange line. That means, suppose if you want to connect 2 LAN to make MAN, then here we are going to use telephone exchange line. I repeat, suppose if you want to connect 2 LAN to make 1 MAN, then we are going to use telephone exchange line. The most widely used MAN are RS-232, that is frame relay, and ISDN, etc. That means here RS-232 that supports packet switching, whereas frame relay also supports packet switching network. So here the most widely used MAN is RS-232 frame relay and ISDN network, that is integrated service digital network. That means ISDN means integrated service digital network. Then by using MAN, we can able to cover large geographical area. So it has higher range than local area network. Consider the example that the two banks in a city want to communicate each other, then that can be achieved by using metropolitan area network. That means here Bank A and Bank B want to communicate each other, that can be achieved by using MAN. So this is the best example for metropolitan area network, and it covers large geographical area. So this is the example diagram that illustrate how the MAN connections are established. So this is one LAN, and this is one LAN, and this is another LAN, and this is also another LAN. So here all four LANs are connected each other via the metropolitan area network. Moving further, let's see the uses of MAN. That means what are the uses of MAN? That means where we are going to use MAN. So here the MAN is used in communication between the banks in a city. Suppose the two banks which is present in a city want to communicate each other, that can be achieved by using MAN. Then the another use here is MAN is used by the college within a city, and it is also used for communication in the military. So the MANs are mainly used to provide the communication between two banks within a city, for airline reservation, college within a city, and for military we can able to use MAN. Moving further, we are going to have another type of network, that is wide area network. So here the wide area network that occupies large geographical area, that is states or country. That means here the wide area network occupies large geographical area. That means it is going to cover large geographical area, and that is state and countries. So here the WAN is larger than MAN, and a WAN is not limited to a single location, but it spans over a large geographical area through telephone line, fiber optical cables, or satellite link. That means here the WAN is not limited to for a small geographical area. So it has a capacity to span large geographical area by using telephone lines, or by using fiber optical cables, or by using satellite link. Then the best example for MAN is mobile broadband, that is 4G network. So the best example for WAN is mobile broadband network, that is 4G network, which is used widely across the country. So here the wide area network occupies large geographical area. So here the internet is one of the biggest WAN in the world. So the best example for WAN is internet, or the best example for WAN is 4G network. So here the wide area network is widely used in the fields of business, government and education. I repeat, the wide area network is widely used in the areas like business, government and education. So the wide area network can be formed by using different MANs or different LANs. So the diagram illustrates what is WAN, how the connections are established in WAN. Moving further, we are going to discuss the advantages of wide area network. So the first advantage here is geographical area. So a wide area network is capable to cover large geographical areas like state and country. Suppose if the branch of the office is located in different city, and then we can connect with them through the network. So here consider the example that the branches of a company is located in different cities. Then by using WAN, we can able to establish the connection. Then we are going to have centralized data. So in WAN, the data is centralized, so we no need to buy the emails or files and even backup server. Then we are going to have get updated files. That means most of the software companies works on the live server. So the programs get the updated files within seconds. Moving further, we are going to have another advantage called exchange message. That means the WAN transmits the data at higher speed. So most of the web applications like Facebook, WhatsApp and Skype uses WAN to communicate with their friends. So here the WAN provides high data transfer rate. Because of the advantage of this, most of the web applications like Facebook, WhatsApp, Skype allow you to communicate with your friends. The another advantage here is sharing of software and resources. Because in WAN, we are going to use centralized data and it supports the sharing of software and other resources like drives and RAM. That means here we are going to use centralized data that allows you to store your files and programs. At the same time, it is also possible to share their softwares and hardwares like hard drive and RAM. The next advantage here is global business. The WAN helps the business over internet globally. And the last advantage here is high bandwidth. That means the high bandwidth increases data transfer rate, which in turn increases the productivity of your company. That means the WAN supports higher data rate and it's possible to transfer the data at higher speed. So because of this advantage, most of the companies, they are going to use wide area network. Moving further, we are going to have the disadvantages of wide area network. In that first one, security issue. So here we are going to face security problem because in wide area network, we are going to combine LAN and MAN. So it provides more security problem. The another disadvantage here is needs firewall and antivirus software. That means the data is transferred on the internet, which can be changed or hacked by the hacker. I repeat, in WAN, the data is transferred through the internet. So during the data transfer, some hacker may hack your data or some hacker may modify your data. So in order to protect your data, you require firewall. At the same time, some people may inject virus in your computer system. So protect your computer system, you require antivirus software. Then another disadvantage here is high setup cost. That means to establish wide area network, we require high cost or more cost. So this involves the purchasing of routers and switches. That means to establish wide area network, we require some devices like routers and switches, and cost required to purchase routers and switches are high. The next disadvantage here is troubleshooting problem. So it covers a large geographical area, so it is very difficult to fix the problem. These are some of the disadvantages of wide area network. Then moving further, we are going to have LAN. So what is LAN? Here LAN stands for geographical area network. Then what is MAN? Here, so here MAN stands for metropolitan area network and WAN stands for wide area network. Moving on to the example, the best example for LAN is the systems connected within a campus or within a building, or the example for LAN. Then the example for MAN is, suppose the two different bank want to communicate each other, that can be achieved by using metropolitan area network. Then the example for WAN is 4G mobile network and internet. The another difference under LAN is owned by private. That means the ownership is private, whereas WAN is owned by the organization. The next difference here is the transmission speed is high in LAN, whereas the data transmission speed is average in MAN, whereas the data transfer speed is low in WAN. Moving further, the next difference here is the propagation delay is shorter in LAN, whereas the propagation delay is moderate in MAN, whereas the propagation delay is long in WAN. Moving on to the next difference, that is there is a less congestion. That means there is a less traffic in LAN, whereas in MAN we are going to have more traffic, whereas the congestion is more in WAN compared to MAN. Then we are going to have another difference here is LANs are designed and maintained easy. That means it is very easy to design LAN connection, whereas maintenance. Whereas in MAN, the connection and designing is very difficult and maintenance also difficult in MAN. Whereas in WAN, the designing and maintenance is also difficult comparing to LAN and MAN. Moving on to the last difference, in LAN we are going to have more fault tolerance, whereas in MAN we are going to have less fault tolerance, and whereas in WAN we are going to have less fault tolerance comparing to LAN and man. So these are the some difference between LAN, MAN and WAN. Moving further, in my next session, I'm going to deal with topologies. So dear student, in today's session, we studied the types of computer network. So here we are going to get three different types of network, that is LAN, MAN and WAN. So at the same time, we discussed the advantages and disadvantages of WAN. At the same time, we discussed the difference between LAN, MAN and WAN. Dear students, from the examination point of view, the types of network is very easy. Thank you for watching my session. Let's meet in the next session. Until then, take care. Thank you.